In 1990, Megadeth released Rust in Peace, which many people consider to be their best album. I happen to be one of those people. From start to finish, every song on the album is killer. Because they were released only 2 years apart, and due to the technical, almost progressive nature of both albums, Rust in Peace is often compared to Metallica's Injustice for All. To settle this debate, at least in my own mind, I've decided to go back and give a deep listen to Rust in Peace and see how it stacks up to Justice. Since I'm going to be closely analyzing the album anyhow, I've decided to rank all the songs from worst to best, as well as come to a conclusion on where Rust in Peace stands relative to Injustice for All. Pop into the comments and let me know what you think the best songs on Rust in Peace are, as well as which of these two classic thrash albums are better. With that, let's get started. Coming in at number 9 is Dawn Patrol. I actually really like this song, but it's missing one key ingredient for any great Megadeth song: guitars. Dawn Patrol consists entirely of drums, bass, and spoken word vocals. The absence of guitars, as well as the fact that the song is less than 2 minutes in length, are the only reasons Dawn Patrol comes in last. Song number 8 on this list is Poison Was the Cure. This song has an interesting structure. It starts off with a subdued bass and drum intro. The guitars join in at the 30-second point, and then all hell breaks loose when the main riff enters 1 minute in. I love how abruptly it shifts gears. The other interesting thing is that this song has no chorus. It essentially is a series of verses over the main riff and finishes off with solos by Dave and Marty. All of this takes place in under 3 minutes. Coming in at number 7 is the song Lucretia. Lucretia is a cool song which seems to get lost in the shuffle on an album full of thrash classics. As with almost every song on this album, those guitar solos are amazing. There's no doubt in my mind that Marty Friedman was the best guitarist to ever play alongside Dave Mustaine and Megadeth, which is lofty praise considering the army of excellent musicians that have been in the band. Also, go read the lyrics to this song. They're pretty crazy. Song number 6 on this list is Five Magics. As I progress through this list, it's reinforcing for me the fact that Megadeth accomplished a rare feat, which is to record an album with no bad songs. One thing I should mention though, in 2004 a remastered version of Rust in Peace was released. If you compare it to the original, 3 things stand out. It's mixed louder, Dave Ellefson's bass seems to be more prominent, and, most importantly, the vocals have been re-recorded on some of the songs. The story goes that the masters for some of the original vocals could not be found when they were creating the remaster, so Dave re-recorded the vocals for those lost songs. In my opinion, the new vocals are inferior in every case. Five Magics is a good example. If you listen to the call and response section that starts at 4 minutes and 2 seconds, you'll see what I mean. Before hitting the top 5 songs, I just wanted to say thank you for watching and ask that you subscribe to the channel if you enjoy content about bands like Megadeth, Metallica, Pantera, Anthrax, and others of their ilk. I really appreciate every subscription and everyone who takes the time out to watch these videos. Coming in at number 5 is album closer Rust in Peace, Polaris. I thought long and hard about ranking this song higher than number 5 because I love every aspect of it. The lyrics are about the dangers of nuclear warfare, which was a relatively common subject in the late 80s metal scene. The pre-chorus and chorus are somehow catchy without diminishing the heaviness of the song. All in all, an excellent song which deserves its place as the title track of a classic metal album. The 4th best song on Rust in Peace is Take No Prisoners. The lyrics of this song are centered on war and the effects that it has on a person, similar to Metallica's song 1. I think it's fair to say that both songs are anti-war. All 4 members of the band are highlighted in this song, which is one of the reasons I have it ranked so high. The lineup of Dave Mustaine, Dave Ellefson, Marty Friedman, and Nick Menza was Megadeth's best, and no album demonstrates it better than Rust in Peace. Coming in at number 3 is the song HangarEighteen. It almost seems criminal saying there's 2 better songs on this album, but that's the case. HangarEighteen is notable for many reasons, the primary one being both the quantity and quality of the guitar solos it contains. Depending on how you count, there are at least 10 solos in this song, each one of them better than the last. Marty plays the majority of them, but Dave also contributes a few as well. The lyrics to HangarEighteen are interesting as well, dealing with aliens, government conspiracies, and Area 51. If you haven't seen the video for this song, I suggest you check it out. I'll include a link in the description for this video. Number 2 on my ranking of songs from Rust in Peace is Tornado of Souls. From beginning to end, this song is essentially flawless. If I was forced to pick something to criticize about this song, it might be the subject matter of the lyrics, which is to say, I don't necessarily know what exactly this song is talking about. I love the lyrics, but I can't definitively determine what Dave was thinking about when he wrote them. If you have a theory on what this song is about, post in the comments and let me know. Tornado of Souls features what is, in my opinion, the best guitar solo on the album and possibly one of the best guitar solos ever recorded. Starting at the 3-minute 10-second point and lasting a full minute, this solo shows why Marty Friedman was the perfect guitarist for Megadeth. If you've never focused on the solo when listening to this song, I recommend going back and doing that ASAP. Coming in at number 1, and it was probably a surprise to no one, is Holy Wars, The Punishment Due. With Rust in Peace being the first Megadeth album to feature the new lineup including Marty Friedman and Nick Menza, longtime Megadeth fans were anxious to hear what this iteration of the group would sound like. From the literal first minute of Holy Wars, any fears were vanquished. The opening track on Rust in Peace encapsulates every positive trait that I've listed for the previous 8 songs on this list. On top of that, coming in at nearly 7 minutes and being split into 2 parts, there's an epicness to this song that the other songs on this album lack. Holy Wars, The Punishment Due stands out not only as the best song on Rust in Peace, but as the pinnacle of Megadeth's long and successful career. They've released multiple other absolute classics, both before and after 1990, but all pale in comparison to this song. So those are my rankings of the songs on Rust in Peace, and now the question remains, how does this album compare to Metallica's And Justice for All? Both are legendary thrash metal albums that were recorded at the peaks of their respective bands' careers. Because of their chronological proximity, musical similarities, and Dave's history with Metallica, they inevitably get compared, as I'm doing here today. Prior to today, I had never sat down and put in the effort to deliberately compare the 2 albums based on their merits. Having now done that, I have to say that, for me, And Justice for All is still a notch above Rust in Peace. I readily admit that as a lifelong Metallica fan, I may be subconsciously biased. I've made every attempt to be as objective as possible, but acknowledge that doing so is difficult for someone who has lived with these songs for over 30 years now. So, I'm asking you to let me know if you agree with me or am I crazy. Post in the comments and let me know which album you think is better, as well as what your favorite songs on Rust in Peace are. Thanks again for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.